This is your USMNT Abroad weekly update from March 29th to April 5th. And well, we're back. After 2 weeks, we're back because of the international break, the USMNT. And during those 2 weeks, we've never seen so much growth. So I want to thank you all very much for that, all the support everyone has been given. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Filippo. This is our weekly series where we update you every Monday on how USMNT Abroad players did abroad. I said abroad too much. But with all that said, thank you, a special thank you to everyone that joined the membership option of the channel. It truly helps support the channel, and as we grow, we'll do even more coverage of the MLS, USMNT, even Champions League. Whatever you guys ask, whatever adds value, we will do so, as I just love soccer, so anything soccer related. On Wednesday, we also have the Terrence Boyd interview, so don't miss out on that. It was one of our best interviews. Expect a lot of cursing from Terrence Boyd. It's a little bit longer, and it's very knowledgeable, a veteran player. It's very good to hear from him, so don't miss out on that on Wednesday night. Over the weekend, we will have the MLS preview where we're going to talk about every single club for 2 to 3 minutes. So if you don't know what's going on in the MLS, we'll update you on every single club a little bit. Obviously, won't go into details. We'll do an Eastern Conference video, then a Western Conference video with a lot of special guests. So hit that notification bell, comment the player of the week down below. Don't forget to do that. And hit that goddamn like button. With all that said, roll the episode. Okay, let's start with the transfer rumors, which is what we always start with. There are many reports of Chelsea, Manchester United, and Everton, and many different clubs that are supposedly after Daryl Dike. Orlando City has stated that they will not release him for less than $20 million. My take on all this is I just rather not comment. I think half of it is BS. I think most of the teams are not interested on Daryl Dike, and it's a little overestimating of what he's capable of. His first touch is still off. He's still not ready for the Premier League. A move to a weaker league, maybe Austrian League, Belgium League, would be much better for Daryl Dike. I don't think he's going to go to a Premier League team. I don't think he should. He should either stay in the Championship or go to Belgium League or Austrian League, develop for a little 2 or 3 more years, then head to the Premier League. That's my personal opinion. I do know Daryl Dike fairly well, and those are my thoughts on it. So now let's go to the updates on the players and how they performed. Alright, let's start with Christian Pulisic. On Saturday, Pulisic started for Chelsea and played the first half only at their 5-2 loss to West Brom. Yeah, you heard it right. 5-2 lost. Pulisic scored. He scored from a very close range after Alonso hit the post. It was good positioning and reaction from the young American. The reason he was subbed off at halftime, it seems like it was hamstring tightness. So it's probably not a serious injury. He was coming back for the second half, but he headed back to the locker room as soon as he got back to the field. You see, it doesn't seem too serious, but at the same time it is, because this is an ongoing injury. Maybe it's just a way that we're being punished for making fun of Josie Altidore and all his hamstring injuries. It's karma, man. We're getting punished for it. Alright, now Weston Mckennie. Weston McKennie was suspended and did not play this weekend for supposedly having a party where Dybala and Arthur were also involved. So there's mixed reports of this. There's people that are saying, the media is saying that it was a party. Dybala's girlfriend came out and said it was just a gathering. There were 10 people, and out of those 10 people, it was just a regular dinner where Dybala, Arthur, and McKennie were there, and a couple more people, just 7 total. So, I don't know what to say. He was suspended. He didn't play this weekend. He was back at practice this Monday, so he is expected to play versus Napoli this Wednesday. Alright, now Gio Reyna from Borussia Dortmund. On Saturday, Gio Reyna started off the bench for Dortmund at their 2-1 loss to Eintracht Frankfurt. Reyna came in the 80th minute when the game was 1-1, and Andre Silva scored at the 87th minute to get Dortmund another loss. This was a direct battle for the Champions League spot, and Dortmund failed once again. It looks more and more likely that Borussia Dortmund will miss out on the Champions League, and that does increase the odds of Gio Reyna leaving this summer. But those are just rumors for now. Alright, now an update on Sargent. Dest started for Barcelona as a right wing back and played 88 minutes at their 1-0 victory today on Monday. And yes, again, I am at work, so I'm arriving at work, but I have to update you guys. I didn't watch the game, so again, I cannot comment on his performance. I can only report on it. I do have comments on other players. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all the support. And since I'm at it, make sure you hit the like button for this, all right? Thank you. Peace. All right, now Tyler Adams for RB Leipzig. On Saturday, Tyler Adams started for RB Leipzig and played 82 minutes at their 1-0 loss to Bayern. Adams played as a holding midfielder for this match, and he was very, very good with 81 touches, 88% of his passes completed, and won 4 out of his 9 ground duels. So he was facing a very tough opponent, and he performed once again. Mr. Reliable Tyler Adams continues to be amazing for Leipzig this season. So our goalies abroad continue not to play much. We have Zach Steffen at the bench for Manchester City. We have Ethan Horvath at the bench for Club Brugge. Odunze at the U23s for Leicester. Apparently he has been practicing with the first team and even was supposedly going to be an option for the bench. CJ Dos Santos continues to be at Benfica B. And then we also have Josh Cohen at Maccabi Haifa. But they're not performing very much, so I'm going to skip the goalkeepers. Let's go to the defenders. Alright, and for the center backs, I'm going to start with John Brooks from Wolfsburg. On Saturday, John Brooks started and played a full 90 minutes for Wolfsburg at their 1-0 victory over Cologne. Another clean sheet for the Wolfsburg defense. Honestly, Brooks was the best center back of the game. He did not get the man of the match, but he was by far the best CB of the match. They currently sit in 3rd place in the Bundesliga and are very well positioned to qualify to the Champions League next season. Alright, now Chris Richards from Hoffenheim. On Saturday, Chris Richards started for Hoffenheim at their 2-1 loss to Augsburg. Richard was subbed off at the 74th minute for tactical reasons. Belfodil, a striker, came in for the defender as Hoffenheim was trying to make a comeback when they were down 2-0 at the time. Richards won all of his air duels, half of them on the ground as well, and hit 94% of his passes. Very impressive stats, but the overall game was just okay. He looked a little off his positioning, and he could also improve his decision making. Besides that, the talent is there, and Chris Richards continues to have solid performances for Hoffenheim. Now, Eric Palmer-Brown from Austria Wien. On Saturday, Palmer-Brown started and played a full 90 minutes for Austria Wien at their 2-0 win over Autasch. For the Austrian Bundesliga playoffs, which is weird, they finished the entire league, and the top half goes to a group championship, and the bottom half goes to a relegation group fight for relegation. Palmer Brown's team is playing at the relegation group, which is the bottom 6 of the league. Alright, so it's a little bit confusing about the Austrian league. Right now, the league is done, but they went to 2 different group stages where the top half is fighting for the championship and the bottom half is fighting to not get relegated. That will be important to know further on in the video because we have Brenden Aaronson, Taylor Booth, all playing the Austrian league as well. Matt Miazga started and played a full 90 minutes for Anderlecht at their 4-1 victory. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. I didn't watch the game, so I can't really comment on his performance. It seemed like he had a solid performance based off the stats and based off the result. All right, guys. Thank you. Peace. Alright, now Kik Piri from Twente. Saturday, Kik Piri started and played a full 90 minutes for Twente at their 2-1 loss to Vitesse at the Dutch league. Alright, now Mark McKenzie from Genk. On Monday, April 5th, Mark McKenzie started and played a full 90 minutes for Genk at their 3-2 victory over Leuven for the Belgium league. He was the highest rated center back in the game, hit 94% of his passes, was very good on defensive end as well, and it's very good to see Mark McKenzie play a full 90 minutes and perform well once again as he has been struggling the past few weeks. And again, it was April 5th, so it was this Monday that he played, not the past Monday. Now Cameron Carter-Vickers from Bournemouth. On Friday, Cameron Carter-Vickers started and played a full 90 minutes for Bournemouth at their 3-1 victory over Middlesbrough. Now on Monday, Carter-Vickers started and played a full 90 minutes for Bournemouth at their 2-0 victory over Blackburn for the championship. Alright, we reached the fullbacks and we'll start with Anthony Robinson from Fulham. On Sunday, Robinson stayed at the bench a full 90 minutes for Fulham at their 3-1 loss to Aston Villa. Again, they went a 4-defender formation and Robinson was benched. I keep saying this all the time. Almost every time they go for 4-defender formation, Scott Parker benches Robinson because of his defensive liabilities. Alright, now Reggie Cannon. On Sunday, Cannon started and pretty much played a full 90 minutes for Boavista at their 2-0 victory over B-Sad. He played as a right wing back and was subbed off at the 94th minute. It was good to see Reggie Cannon's team win as they currently fight against relegation, and good to see him have a solid performance after a very bad USMNT camp. Alright, now Mathew Olasunde. On Friday, Olasunde was not with Rotterdam's team at their 1-0 loss to Millwall. Now on Monday, Olasunde was with the team this time, but he stayed at the bench a full 90 minutes. So no minutes for Olasunde this week. I am not sure what happened. If we get any updates, I'll update you guys next week. But he wasn't with the team the first game, and the second game right now on Monday, he didn't play as well. Alright, now Shaquille Moore. On Saturday, Moore started and played a full 90 minutes at their 1-0 loss to Logrenes. He had an okay game and got a yellow card as well. Okay, now Brian Reynolds from Roma. On Saturday, Reynolds stayed at the bench a full 90 minutes for Roma at their 2-2 draw with Sassuolo. And DeAndre Yedlin from Galatasaray. On Saturday, Galatasaray played, but well, DeAndre Yedlin was suspended and did not play. I don't know if you guys remember, a couple weeks back, 2 weeks ago, the last round, he had a very eventful game where he scored and got a red card and Galatasaray lost. so he's serving suspension, so Yedlin was not part of the team for this game. Alright, let's go to the midfielders, and now we're going to start with Yunus Musah. On Sunday, Yunus Musah started off at the bench for Valencia at their 2-1 loss to Cardis, and Yunus Musah came into the game at the 89th minute, which has happened quite often. For some reason, they love putting him in with 2 minutes left into the game. The game had an unfortunate event, pausing it at the 29th minute. There was an alleged racism case in the field. The reports are mixed, but hopefully we do not see things like this in the future. Alright, now Brenden Aaronson. On Sunday, Brenden Aaronson started and played 77 minutes for RB Salzburg at their 3-0 win over Sturm Graz. RB Salzburg is currently at the championship group for the Austrian League. Brenden Aaronson got a beautiful assist in this game, providing a beautiful cross to inform Dike, the center forward that scored a hat-trick in the game. Brenden continues to be impressive. He continues to impress. I know it's the Austrian League. He does have to go to a top league and show he can perform there as well. But it's been amazing, his progress. I love what I'm seeing from Brenden Aaronson. I do hope to see him in a bigger league within a season or two. Alright, now Taylor Booth. On Saturday, Booth started off the bench for Polten at their 1-0 loss to Admira for the Austrian League's playoffs. And Booth came in the 66th minute for that match. Booth's Polten is playing at the relegation group of the Austrian League's playoffs, which I previously mentioned earlier in this video. Okay, now Julian Green. On Saturday, Julian Green started and played a full 90 minutes for Fürth at their 1-0 victory over Heidenheim at the Bundesliga 2, as they continue on track to get back to Bundesliga 1. Alright, now Luca de la Torre from Heracles. On Sunday, Luca de la Torre started and played 65 minutes for Heracles at their 3-0 loss to PSV at the Dutch League. Honestly, Luca de la Torre at the USMNT camp, a little off topic, he impressed me quite a bit. I did not expect that much from him. He used to play wide when I used to watch him at Fulham. Now he plays central, and he's been very good for the USMNT in camp and has been very good for Heracles. And he needs a big move as well to play in a tougher competition, see how he performs. Alright, now Dwayne Holmes. On Saturday, Dwayne Holmes started for Huddersfield at their 1-1 draw with Brentford. He was subbed off at the 59th minute with a yellow card when the game was already 1-1. Okay, let's go to the forwards, and let's start with Tim Weah. On Saturday, Tim Weah started off the bench for Lille at their huge victory over PSG, 1-0 for League 1. Weah came into the game at the 35th minute as Jonathan David left with an injury. Weah had an okay game, nothing special, but he had a couple good runs and almost had an assist as well. We don't know for how long Jonathan David will be out. If he will miss time, Weah is likely to start and get a lot of minutes. Now, Lille currently leads League 1 3 points ahead of PSG with 7 matches left. I have previously stated that I still think PSG will win League 1, but honestly with this result, I could be very wrong on this. And if I'm wrong, obviously I'm the first one to admit in regards to that. But it's very impressive, this victory that Lille pulled out. Neymar also got a red card and will be suspended. Very good. We might have Tim Weah win the French league. Alright, now Mathew Hoppe from Schalke. On Saturday, Mathew Hoppe stayed at the bench a full 90 minutes for Schalke at their, well, you guessed it, 2-1 loss to Bayern Leverkusen. What a season for Schalke. Did he win one game only? Alright, now Sebastian Soto, that most of you probably remember him from the Olympic qualifiers. On Sunday, Soto came off the bench for Pumas at their 2-2 draw with Pachuca. He came in the 79th minute when Pumas was down 2-0. The ending of this game was completely crazy. Soto scored a header at the 90th minute. And then Pumas went on to tie it at the 94th. He didn't do any of that in the Olympic qualifiers, unfortunately, but big game from Soto coming off the bench for Pumas at Liga MX. Alright, now Alex Mithegen from Nottingham Forest. On Friday, Alex Mithegen started and played a full 90 minutes for Nottingham Forest at their 1-0 victory. He had a pretty good game as a left winger, going past the defender 4 times in 5 attempts, winning 9 of his 12 ground duels. Now on Monday, he started off again as a left winger and played a full 90 minutes again for Nottingham Forest at their 3-1 victory over Queen Park Rangers. Mithegen also scored their first goal in that match. I also would like to point out that Mithegen did play for the English youth national team over this international break. He seemed very happy with them, posted pictures on Instagram. So if I had to say the odds right now of us recruiting this dual national, he's probably more likely to pick England. As of right now, I wouldn't give up on him yet. Seems like a very good talent. We should fight for him. But as of right now, it seems like the odds are more in England's favor.
All right, just a quick note. I learned how to say Alex Mithegen. It's Alex Mithegen, not Mithegen. I finally learned how to say it properly. And thank you to Josue, one of our day one viewers. Thank you very much. I just want to add that I'm at work, but he sent me a tweet and I learned from it. Thank you very much, Josue. Alex Mithegen. You guys will not see me doing it wrong ever again.
Alright, now Josh Sargent. Well, Josh Sargent did not play this weekend. He was suspended due reaching the yellow card limit. So Josh Sargent did not play this weekend. Okay, now let's talk about Siabashu. On Sunday, Siabashu started off at the bench for Young Boys at their 3-0 victory over Sion for the Swiss Super League. He came into the game at the 69th minute while the game was still 1-0. Okay, quickly talking about Conrad de la Fuente. So he's playing for Barcelona B. He got an assist. I won't report much of it because it's not first team minutes, but Conrad de la Fuente continues to be very good for Barcelona B. Okay, now Lyndon Gooch from Sunderland. On Friday, Gooch started and played a full 90 minutes for Sunderland at their 3-1 victory over Oxford United. Gooch got a goal and an assist for that game. Now on Monday, Gooch started off at the bench for Sunderland at their 1-1 draw with Peterborough, and he came into the game at the 71st minute. Alright, now let's talk a little bit about Daryl Dike, and he's been fantastic for Barnsley. On Friday, Daryl Dike started off at the bench for Barnsley at their 1-1 draw with Reading. He came into the game at halftime and had a pretty good match, won most of his aerial duels. His first touch was a little off, but overall he had a solid match. Now on Monday, he scored a brace, got man of the match, and continued his impressive form with Barnsley at their 2-1 victory over Luton Town. During this game, his mobility was quite impressive, his finishing was highly efficient as well. However, his first touch was still off, and that made him lose possession 21 times in this game. His passing accuracy was also below 40% once again, so those are a few areas he does have to improve. Then again, it all goes to technical ability. His mobility, his positioning has been quite impressive for Barnsley, and that's how he's getting so many goals, along with all the physicality he brings into the table. Dike was also named Player of the Month at the English Championship for the month of March. Congratulations to Dike. And also, the way he started April, he might win Player of the Month again if he continues rolling like this. Will be very impressive if he can get March and April. Congratulations to Daryl Dike for his impressive form at Barnsley. So let's talk about Tyler Boyd now. But before I get to Tyler Boyd, if you made it this far in the video, please hit that like button. It takes 1 second and it really helps the channel a lot. It's a great way to support and keep the content coming. Now let's go to Tyler Boyd. On Saturday, Tyler Boyd started and played 79 minutes for Sivasspor at their 0-0 draw with Trabzonspor for the Turkish league. They currently sit in 9th place in the league. Now let's talk about Haji Wright and Emmanuel Sabi that play at the Danish league. The Danish league, which is where they both play, has a similar format to the Austrian league, which I previously explained in this video. So they do not have the full league system. They have a second round where there's a championship group, which is the top half of the league, and the relegation group, which is the bottom half. Sardernjeski and Odedzi, the teams of Haji Wright and Emmanuel Sabi, are playing both at the relegation group to not get relegated. Now on Monday, Haji Wright started for Sardernjeski and played a full 90 minutes for them at their 3-2 loss to Aalborg. Wright actually had a very bad game, sadly. He was one of the worst rated players in the field. He really didn't do well despite playing 90 minutes, but hopefully he can pick up next week and have a better match. Now Emmanuel Sabi started as well, and he played 81 minutes for Odense at their 1-1 draw with Horsens for the Danish League second relegation group round. So that's all I had to say about the Danish League. If you guys want us to make a video explaining the Austrian League and Danish League, if you're interested, we could, but it's really just oversimplified as much as we could. Alright, so now I'm going to just give you guys a few names of a few players that we normally cover, but they didn't play or didn't have any impactful minutes this weekend. They are Zach Steffen, Ethan Horvath, Josh Cohen, Odunze, Henry Wingo, Joe Scali, Chris Durkin, Owen Otasawi, Johnny Cardoso, Christian Kapis, Folarin Balogun, which we made a video about him, and also he probably won't play for Arsenal this season anyway because he's also probably going to leave Arsenal over the summer, so we probably won't see any meaningful minutes despite all his talent. Sebastian Soto, Nicolas Giocchini, Ulysses LLanez, and Alex Mendes. Alex Mendes actually has been having somewhat of an impact at Young Ajax, but the thing is, he sometimes is a sub, sometimes he comes in, and that's not Ajax's first team, so I don't really think it's important to report it until he gets first team minutes. He did score a goal, had solid performance, continues to show his technique, but he still needs to perform at a senior level to be anything relevant so we can cover him a little bit more. So guys, I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button, blah, blah, blah. On Wednesday, we have the Terrence Boyd interview. You guys are going to love it very much. The MLS previews coming over the weekend. I want to thank you all for supporting the channel. And if you have any questions in regards to the channel membership to help support the channel, comment down below. We'll gladly respond to it. And thank you everyone that became a member. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day.